Well, it was a great night for what these kids have been through in the last month. They needed something positive to happen to them. It's been a struggle mentally for all of them, and even though they still got one of their teammates in intensive care, it's they're growing up, and so this is part of a learning process for all of us. I've never been through anything like this, and hope to never go through it again. But you just got to remember what these kids have gone through, and I'm proud of them. Proud for how they fought. And, last week we went on the road and looked like we were walking in mud, and it wasn't anything clicking for us tonight. We played with a lot more energy. We intentionally changed our offense up, went 4 wide receivers and went fast, and got in a better high-octane rhythm. And that really helped us. I think it really got the emotions going a little bit. And we scored early. I think we haven't scored many points in the first quarter, so it was a good start. Defensively, we had no clue what they were going to run on offense. Starting a new quarterback, all new formations, all new running game, all new passing game, and it looked like we didn't know what they were going to run in the first half. We didn't slow them down much, but our guys adjusted at halftime. We put another guy on the line of scrimmage, a linebacker to the field, tried to get in the quarterback's face and not let him get outside the pocket, and that's what killed us the first half. And so good adjustments and by the players and coaches on the defensive side. It was a game that we needed to win. Obviously, it was a game we needed to play better in all areas. We haven't made a lot of improvement as a football team in the last, I'd say since really the first game. We hadn't played well. Consistently, there's been some bright spots, but it was good that tonight that both sides played well. We fed off each other. Our kicking game was there at times when we needed it. Field goal, our punts, that's as good a field position that I've seen us have in a long time. So all together a good night, but again, it was hard on our players. Just watching them going into this game, first time being at home since all the tragedy, and we kind of put a little bit more of us behind us each week, and hopefully we can get better as a team. Questions?
Had you noticed that in practice, that it was still something that was wearing on them?
Yeah. We normally have a lot more emotion and enthusiasm in our practice, and it's still there some in the back of their mind about Ben and then Mark being in the hospital. There's just been no closure to it. There's been zero closure, and so it's not anything that you can say, okay, let's just get going. We know where it's at. We're still in a holding pattern, hoping that Mark gets better each day, and they've upgraded him some, but he's still in serious condition. A lot of our players have been going to see him, and it still brings back reality. This is a game that we're playing, and that's the life that he's playing. And so it's been a tough time.
You were kind of intended to come in playing a little faster. Was that just a reaction to last week, or is that something that was evolving anyway?
No, it was a reaction to last week, and we probably need to do some of it. And if you go back and look at last week, we finally said, hey, we've got to get some kind of motion with this team. And when we started going fast in the middle of the third quarter, we started moving the ball, catching it, making good plays, guys getting back to huddle quick, and it was just, we just caught on to something. And after the game, we looked at the film and said, hey, we've got to keep doing that. And we both our tight ends were beat up a little bit, and they didn't play a whole lot tonight, so we just fell into 4 wide receivers, put them in the game, and spread them out. And if they didn't spread out with our wide receivers, we do screen passes. And then when they spread out, then we ran the football, and it worked pretty good.
Tion just been coming on in practice?
Yeah.
Is that why he played more?
Yeah, he's coming on. Ralph's wearing down a little bit mid-season. He's carried the ball a lot. Jose just mentally wasn't getting the job done. And the only reason that Tion hadn't played was mentally the pass protection. And his pass protection just hadn't been as good as we'd like. And we found out tonight, and even last week, he made some yards running the ball the second half, that he's going to be a good running back for us. He runs hard. He knows how to play behind his pads. and he can break tackles. And it was a big play on fourth down. He made me look good by going for fourth down, because we probably shouldn't have made it, but because of his strength in his legs, he was able to get the extra yard with that got us the first down.
11 catches for Shaq Washington. Him and Brennan seem to be getting a nice rhythm going.
Yeah, and McClung being on the other side, see what happened is they just couldn't bracket both of them. And what they were doing is they were putting inside out on McClung, and so we just went Shaq, and that's what four wide receivers does for you. And then when he started catching, then we started going to McClung. So it's a good trade-off. And those two guys are real good football players. They can make you miss. Little screen pass we put in the last couple of weeks were Z under, where we block down the field and we bring the wide receiver under. That's been a real big play for us the last 2 weeks. So we're getting better and better at that. That's what we put in to kind of take advantage of the three-man rush and dropping 8 that we've been seeing so much of. And we were able to get a 20-yard catch and run out of that play tonight for a first down in the second half. It really helped us for a drive that scored and put the ball game away.
Any other questions, guys?
Brendan went all the way for you. Did you? I know you still want to try to get the other quarterback in sometimes, but it just didn't happen again this game.
No, well, we need to get Benny in, but we got the ball so far down. We've been running this, working on this Jordan Llewellyn stuff, and we wanted to give our offense a chance to see it on film, give us a chance to run it. Obviously, people are going to see it, but it's still something that's hard to stop. A big 225-pound guy that's going to run the ball, it's like having another back in the backfield. So we wanted to get a look at that. Hopefully, down the road, we can get Benny in the game some, but it was good to get some of that on film and have some success with Jordan running the ball.